Okay, hi guys, welcome to another edition of TechPoint's Weekly Roundup. And this week, as usual, there's a lot that has gone down, so many things have happened. But yeah, we're just going to be giving you a brief breakdown of the interesting stuff, really interesting stuff. Yeah, I remain Victor Kuala. Now, let's get down in the gist. Now, during the week, we talked to Ayeni the Great, Mr. Ayeni Adekunle. He's popularly known as Ayeni the Great. He's the CEO of the Black House Media Group. You can say it's the biggest PR, one of the biggest PR groups in Nigeria, one of the biggest PR companies in Nigeria. They've been around since 2006. Yes, so on the founders table, we talked to him. We talked a lot about success, about failures, about his journey through the PR business, about failure generally. Now, he stressed very much about failure. Now, there is this obsession with not failing. I can't fail, oh my God. Now, I Need to Grow was all about, well, failure is a part of success. Without failure, you can't be successful, basically. Moving on. The Lagos State government has launched a free Wi-Fi service, but there's a catch. It's actually in one location. Now, this free Wi-Fi service is supposed to be for the parks, public parks in Lagos, but for now, it's restricted to the Indubisi Kanu Park in Alausa. But according to the Lagos State Parks website, there are 327 parks in the state. Why is it just in only one? This is a very laudable initiative, but if it's not spread across the state, what's the point? What's the point? Not everybody can access Alausa. And now, still on state governments, the Osun state government has been on a steady drive to technological inclusiveness. They've done a lot of stuff. Now, there is a Mechatronics Institute in Nigeria. Did you know? The Bola Ige Mechatronics Institute is actually in Osun State, and it's been around for quite a while, a couple of years now, but nobody knew. And the Osun State government had an educational project. They had this tablet, the Okmoimo tablet, where they put educational materials and they distributed the tablet to students. Now, the question that the writer of an article asks on TechPoint is, are these laudable initiatives, are they really touching base? Are they really effective? Is it just something for show, for PR, or, I mean, are the people of the state really benefiting from this? Okay. Now, you are aware that drones were banned in Nigeria, you probably heard, but now, it's not exactly a ban per se. It's just very funny regulations that are really strict, has curbed the flying of drones. Now, there's so many stuff. If you don't have shares of up to 2 million, if your company doesn't have shares of up to 20 million naira, you can get license to fly a drone. If you don't have a company, I mean, it's crazy, but most drone operators now, most people that own drones in Nigeria are hobbyists. So where do you expect somebody to get a company share of 20 million naira? That's plenty. Since these regulations were set down by the NCAA, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, drones have been legally off the air. So if you have a drone and you fly a drone, you're probably doing it illegally and you're playing into the hands of security operatives. Even though there has not been any arrests since these regulations have been put down, but you know, it's still illegal if you don't have a permit. Now, we examine the status of dronesmanship in Nigeria. What is happening? Is anything going to get better soon? And we learned some very pretty amazing things. So there is no particular structure to getting these licenses. Some people go for as low as 30,000, and people still do not know. Can you imagine? But we talked about, now at the end of the day, if it's not that expensive in real life, because we heard that there is no set down metrics to check the pricing for the license. So why do people not know exactly that these things are cheap? Why does it look like a big deal to get the license? Because the truth is, drones are drivers, literally they're drivers of innovation. There's a lot of things that can be done with drones. There are tech startups that do traffic monitoring with drones. There was a time last year when one of the e-commerce startups, we don't know how true that is, but it was rumored that it did a drone delivery. Big deal. I mean, if there are no drones, all these things won't come about. So now we're calling on the NCAA to please help us, tell people how to get these licenses, make it easier, make innovation easier for us, for everybody. Is Nigeria ready for a smart city? Do you think Nigeria is ready for a smart city? I think no. What do you think? Earlier in the week, the Minister of ICT, Mr. Adebayo Shitu, said that there is going to be a Smart Cities Summit in the month of June. Now, and I'm wondering, Smart City Summit, there has been all this talk, all this vibe in Lagos State, especially about smart cities and all. Now, it's gone up to national level. we're going to have a smart cities drive for Nigeria. Yay. But really, on a serious note, are we really ready for a smart city? There are so much things that go into a smart city that is not in Nigeria yet. I know it's work in progress. I know it's something that is going to come up over time. But most importantly, data is very important for a smart city. Data is one of the basic infrastructure of a smart city because a smart city is supposed to work together. So if there is no data, basically a smart city won't work. So, and Nigeria does not really have a data culture yet. So yes, like I said, I know that there are so many things that need to be in place, and I know it's a gradual process. But I think these things should be addressed before we start a smart city summit, before we start driving for a smart city. Let it not look like lofty dreams. What do you think? Maybe all these things will be addressed in the summit. Maybe in the summit we'll talk about how to drive a data culture. We'll talk about enabling startups, talk about enabling stakeholders. Because really, in a smart city, the government has a role to play, but not a very major role. Private stakeholders have the biggest roles to play in making a smart city possible. Yes, tech startups, innovators, inventors are people that we need to make a smart city work. But government regulation really counts too in enabling these people. So one way or the other, it still comes back to the government. So if they are going to make this thing work, you have to ease up on regulations, make data a thing, make it easy to access data. There are still so many things that need to be talked about before we fully delve into smart cities as a thing, you know. Yeah, so on events this week, yes, there was the Mobile West Africa Conference. That's all for this week's weekly roundup. I'm Victor Paulo. You can follow TechPoint on all our social media handles: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at techpoint.ng. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at SwabiVictor, spelled down there. Now, on whatever platform you're watching this, the links to all these articles that we describe here are in the bio section, so you can just go there and read them at once. Thank you for staying with us. See you same time next week. I'm Victor Paulo signing out. Peace. Stay blessed.